Hello friends, this is Grief speaking. I was only introduced to the phenomenon known as the backrooms recently, and was instantly captivated by the chilling emptiness and surrealism of these spaces. As I researched the backrooms and its many levels, I felt a strange connection, an eeriness that felt familiar to me and yet unspecified, like there was something deep inside me that always feared falling into an endless maze somewhere between space and time. In my research, I stumbled upon one floor of the backrooms that seemed to disturb me more than most. Floor 1.5. The following is all the information I could find on floor 1.5, and I will warn you, what you're about to hear may be disturbing. Disturbing on some level you may not even understand. Level 1.5 is a mysterious level that appears to be in between the others. Thought to be a sublayer of some sort, the level's not difficult to access, but has been proven difficult to exit. Currently, little is known about level 1.5 or its denizens, but what is known is that the level appears to be malformed, in a sense, broken. The level's described as backwards, with fluorescent darkness pouring from the ceiling while regular darkness instead is replaced with light. The audio in this level is unusual for the backrooms, as the usual humming is absent and the level is almost completely silent except for whispering. This whispering appears to originate from the level's denizens, but can only be heard once within a certain distance, and becomes softer as one's proximity to the creatures increases. As such, one must be cautious of hearing diminishing whispers within the level. Only one individual has described the level in depth. User Chaos Raider 98 from Reddit, who mistakenly entered the level during an exploration and has been unable to return to the normal levels since. So far, contact with Chaos Raider has been difficult, as a warped reality within the level seems to affect even basic communications, rendering some of his written logs garbled and out of order. There have been 7 logs total, although these were posted out of order, starting with odd numbers, logs 1, 3, 5, and 7, and subsequently even numbers, logs 2, 4, and 6. The logs have been translated and put into chronological order. Log 1. A warning for those who read this: do not enter the false windows, they are a trap. It has been 2 days since entering this limbo. There are no exits. There is only silence, no screams, no footsteps, not even my own. Everything is fragmented like a mosaic of shattered reality. Contact has been established, but communication is difficult. I must find another way to converse with others. I've decided to further explore this twisted space in the meantime. Wish me luck. If you can, send help. Log 2. I understand that my communications have become jumbled. I'll make an effort to correct the errors, but with no guarantees. The Zolgo text roughly says, has aided my attempts writing, but some things are still backwards. Nothing interesting has happened since the events of Log 1. Expect further updates from me when I have more to report. Log 3. As detailed in Log 2, I have for the most part figured out how to communicate with the rest of you better, with the help of... Of course, there will still be some mistakes, as writing in this fashion is as brain-breaking for me as reading Log 1 may have been for you. Just a quick reminder for those who do not know yet. If you wish to avoid my fate, avoid the fake windows at all costs. The ones that seem to lead outside are to a different location within the backrooms. Everything is backwards here. The silence is deafening. There's humming like normal. It's just quiet. For the most part, the walls are blank, and instead of light coming from the fluorescent bulbs, only darkness emanates. I've gone deeper, and at first I thought these rooms were habited, but the creatures are here too. They're different though. Instead of... I can't yet tell what they're saying, but when the whispering gets quiet, that's when I know they're getting closer. Whispers. I feel like there's something calling to me though. Almost like it's not a sound or a touch, but just a feeling that I'm getting. I have to, or I'll be stuck here forever. I don't think the further closer, if any is getting this, then body and wish. End Log 3. Log 4. I can't hear them anymore. Something's dreadfully wrong. The usual loud whispering in my ear has vanished, so they must be close, but I don't see anything. No matter which way I turn, I cannot see or hear anything. Stupidly, I've reached into the darkness that radiates from the lights in this realm, desperate to at least know if there's something out there. But as I grasped at the darkness, all I felt was an emptiness that almost latched onto me, spread through me before dissipating, leaving me feeling even emptier than when it was there. The absence of even absence. All of a sudden, I felt something behind me like it was breathing down my neck. I turned around and saw nothing, yet the breathing remained behind me. So I did something stupid again. I reached my hand up behind me and I felt it come into contact with the cool, hardened husk of whatever entity stalked me. That's when I heard it. Whisper, the faintest whisper. Another 4. Child mother. I started running, but it would not leave me. The presence, the breathing, the whispering would not grow louder. I had to keep going no matter how exhausted, but it would not leave me. It refused to. It keeps whispering ever so quietly into my ear, much of which I cannot understand, but I'll try to elaborate in a future log when I have more time, when I have more to go on, to remember. I'm taking a break because I don't know if I'll make it out, if I'll get away from it, and if I can't, then I want this to be my last transmission. I want people to know that I didn't curl up and die, that I gave it my shot. Wish me luck. My race, my marathon, now begins. End Log 4. Log 5. To whom it may concern, I fear my journey in this part of the backrooms may be coming to an end. I hope this gets to all of you, especially those I care about. Again, do not enter the fake windows, the ones that look like they lead outside or to a mirror of the room you're currently in. It's a trap. Everything here is backwards and there seems to be no escaping. The window closes immediately and fades away, leaving you trapped here. If you make the same mistake, then remember, the whispering gets louder the further they are. As for the contents of the log, it's been a few days since the events of Log 4. I'd been running for days since the encounter mentioned towards the end of the log, but the whispering wouldn't get louder. Everything was quiet and I wasn't sure if I was even running in the right directions. Every time I thought I was able to rest, the whispering got quieter again, as if they suddenly smelled me or something. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. I could make out what they were saying this time. Every so often, they kept saying, "Come back. Don't leave. Stay with us." As if I was actually going to listen to them. There was one weird one. It was different. A mumble, not a whisper. It was saying, "She come, won't back, let go," among some other gibberish. But that was all I could make out from this one. I couldn't see it, but it sounded almost human. Eventually, though, the whispering suddenly just stopped. It wasn't like they were near or even just getting closer. Everything just became silent. That's when I realized it. That pull, the one I mentioned in Log 3, that disgusting feeling like something's latching onto my soul and luring me somewhere I shouldn't be. I could feel it. It was really strong, and then I turned around. I saw a door. Attached is the first documented picture from level 1.5. I can't believe I hadn't thought to take one yet. Still, you can see what I've been seeing. The shadows aren't shadows. They're light. At least they should be. The fluorescent bulbs in the ceiling, as mentioned before, radiate darkness, and the passing under them, it just feels wrong. I've come too far, however, to turn back. I don't think there's anywhere left for me to go but through this door. I know it's a bad idea, but my curiosity's getting the better of me, and I see no other alternatives. No other ways to get out of this cursed place. Perhaps this level is different in that sense too. You don't leave by trying to get out. Maybe the only way to leave is to go deeper. Wish me luck. I think I'm definitely going to need it this time. Log 6. My friends, I've been through hell and back and I'm enlightened. I see now the true purpose of the backrooms. It is to... Don't worry about me. My body's intact and my soul is safe. Nobody will hurt. Friends, do not listen. I'm working on a solution. I do not have much control left, but I'll try to get a full explanation soon. Wish me luck. Log 7. Hello, friends. Yes, it's me. I'm fine. Do not worry. I'm no longer in level 1.5. If you see me, do not worry if I look or act strange. I'm definitely very much the same person, yes. She did not keep me as they said she would. She freed me. I'm free. If you see the fake windows, enter them and find salvation. It's beautiful. Can you not see? She will make you see. She will make you free. Log 7 was thought to be the conclusion of all of the adventure logs. That is, until the true Log 6 was revealed. This is thought to be the last true and final communication with Chaos Raider 98. To my friends, family, and fellow explorers, this will be the final message that I send through in full, perhaps at all. I will begin by saying that I don't know if my decision to enter the door was a mistake, or if I even had a choice at all. The door opened to a room full of pitch black, which I can only assume in this strangely negative world must have been in reality a hallway of pure light, as if illuminating the path before me with unholy radiance. I stepped through, but immediately felt something was wrong, and though I turned to leave, the door had disappeared, much like the window that led me to this broken place to begin with. I knew at this point that I had crossed a line, and the only way forward was through, but is it really through if there's no end to this place? I felt my way down the narrow corridor, hardly able to see, but the walls felt not like walls, they felt like parts, body parts. I felt a hand brush against mine, my finger hooked into the mouth of another, and every so often it sounded like the walls were wheezing the collective sounds of 1,000 souls in torment. Have any of you ever wondered why it's so hard to find anybody in the back rooms? Why do we so rarely find other people despite the thousands of us roaming the place, coming across the same structures? I think I found the melting pot of the back rooms, the place where the lost go to stay, and I'm at its center. After what felt like hours, maybe days of weary trudging through the hallway, it came to an opening, equally dark, my eyes deprived of that which gives them meaning. I felt a tightness in my chest as the air around me became heavy, but the thickness in the air seemed to move. I felt emotion. I felt curiosity radiating from the pocket of dense air. I felt surprise, and then I felt love. And then a voice spoke to me. It screeched like a metal rake dragging across a chalkboard from a distance. Quiet, but enough to make my stomach turn and my knees weaken. I clasped my hands to my ears, but it wouldn't stop. In fact, it made it louder, so I stopped. And then I heard what it was saying. "Come, child. Mother loves you. Take off this ugly thing. Mother has nicer clothes for you." I didn't know what she meant, at least not immediately. Then I felt something. A sharp stinging in the back of my neck that quickly escalated into this sensation of 1,000 hot knives piercing my skin. I tried to scream, but the air had become so thick I couldn't breathe. It felt like drowning while somebody peeled away at my skin, fat and muscle, layer by layer, slowly and excruciatingly. I suddenly felt lightheaded, and then pain began to reduce. I felt as if I was becoming detached from my body, but the pain was going away, and a wave of relief began to wash over me, and I felt good. I felt glad and peaceful. Good. Let Mother take care of you. That's when I snapped back into consciousness. I was about to give in when this realization of what was happening washed over me. I gasped a deep breath for air. I could feel the sensation being restored to my body, beginning with my chest and radiating outwards, permeating the flesh and bones of my arms and legs. With it, I regained sensation of the searing pain and the horrible screeching that pierced my eardrums and ripped the blood from the vessels in my ears. I screamed as I mustered all the will and determination left in my soul, forcing my legs to work under the weight of 100 Earth's gravities of 1,000 suns. I regained my footing. I could feel the air in front of me recoil in confusion before turning to a bloody rage. The screeching became aggravated, louder, and I felt whatever it was approach me. The thickened air felt like it forced its way into my lungs, scorching my respiratory surfaces with an impossible heat. But that just made my blood boil with adrenaline, and I screamed again, forcefully ejecting whatever it was from my body before turning and bolting down the endless, exitless hallway of utter darkness. The wheezing from before turned to agonized moaning. The walls and floor felt like they were heaving, gasping for breaths with each step I took. The limbs creaked and flailed with jagged movements, one hand grasping for my ankle and almost tripping me as I raced to escape from Mother. But I knew she wasn't following me. We both knew there was no way out. I was in some sort of ethereal quicksand, and from the moment I stepped through that window, I was bogged down and unable to escape my fate. I just didn't know it yet. This whole time I've been running. I got a notification on my phone somebody had accessed my account. They were trying to write a log, but I managed to intercept the message before it went through. After that, I just kept running, my neck still searing with pain from whatever Mother did to me. The feeling of thickened air still threatening to suffocate me, my legs on the verge of falling and collapsing under me. But the adrenaline was bound to run out eventually. There was only so much my body could handle before it gave in, and it did. I rested for a while, leaning against the wall. Everything began to calm down when I did. The walls returning to a relatively peaceful wheezing, the broken limbs calming to a still, returning to their original embedded positions. But there was no end in sight either, and I can feel the hallway warping, the distance between me and Mother growing shorter without either of us moving. I know it because I feel her in me still. I feel what she feels. We both know that all that running got me literally nowhere. I'm writing this now as a warning, a caution to those who still do not understand. You must not enter the windows. They are a trap from which you cannot return. Once you are here, you can only venture deeper and deeper into this shattered reality. With my last breath, please, please, for the love of God, whatever you do, be free from Mother, or Mother will grant you freedom, and she will make you free. Mother loves me. Mother loves you. End log 6. This was the last and final expiration log. Was Chaos Raider turned mad by the nature of floor 1.5? Is there any real exit to the floor, and what is the true nature of the entity known as Mother? This is all yet to be determined. But what do you think? Until next time, goodbye, friends.